Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the final day of the Tata Steel Chess in Kolkata, India, the Rapid event. And the winner is Nihal Sarin, the young Nihal. Very consistent in this event. He only lost one game, and it's against his compatriot Arjun Erigaisi. Arjun also took second place. And the critical game was Nihal's win against Parham in the penultimate round. Let's check it out. After winning this one, Nihal had the 1.5 lead going to the final round. So check out the game. Nihal played d4. Parham went for e6, knight f3, f5, bishop f4. That has been Nihal's approach in this tournament. Play solid, yeah. Taking his chances when needed. Knight f6. Okay, Parham went for the Dutch, trying to win also. e3, b6, bishop e2, bishop e7. With a mix of the Queen's Indian, yeah, Dutch Queen's Indian. H3 knight into c6 now. It threatens knight e7 to knight g6. So Nihal anticipates that one with bishop h2. Although here white could simply castle also, yeah, if he wants to. If the knight goes back to e7, c4, knight g6, bishop h2, for example, and probably just the same. Yeah, it will just transpose to what happened in the game. So bishop h2, knight e7, c4, knight g6 castles, and bishop d6. Transposition takes, knight c3, d5. Black gets rid, of course, of the double pawns. It's not good to push that pawn. Yeah, you want to keep this double pawn, but takes, for example, takes, castles. Black should be fine here. Okay, you may want to use your majority with b4, but black has a very strong outpost in e4. If you play rook c1, then black has f4. And you will feel also that pressure from the a8 to h1 diagonal, well, with also this pressure on g2 to the king. So it's not good to keep these double pawns from black. So Nihal went for rook c1 first, and castles, then take. Yeah, the open file. The open c file, it's basically just equal takes on bishop c4. Okay, only problem for black is this backward pawn on d7. Knight e7, bishop takes, knight takes. Knight into e5, nice regroup by Nihal, regrouping his knight from f3 to e5 and d3. Keeping an eye on the f4 square, because if the knight moves, then the knight can jump to f4. Queen to d7. Actually, if Nihal wants to be consistent with knight d3, he can go for knight f4 here. If takes. Now, the backward pawn will be the e6 pawn. That will be your target with the rook e1 and queen e2. White could have played this plan also, or maybe queen to b3. Yeah. So queen d2. Preparing, of course, after rook ca, then just take. And the other rook swings to c1, the control of the c file. a5, rook c2. Also, the situation of the tournament, you're ahead. So just keep it solid, yeah. Rook f8, rook c1, knight e7, king f1, takes. No dangers for white. Rook c8, queen c1, control of the open file, the c file. h6, king e2, g5, f3, good move. King f7, king d2. Alright, the king helps on the other side of the board. This is a much better placed king than this one, yeah. King g7, queen to b3. Okay, attacking that pawn on b6 at the same time, keeping an eye on e6 as well. So black has to push with that queen defending both. Queen c3, queen a7, queen b3. And here, Parham wants to fight. Yeah, he wants also to get top 3 places. He fights it b4. If he wants to draw, then just go back to a7, yeah. b4, queen c4, 95, e4. Black was doing better until this part. And here Parham blinks with the move knight f6. It was important for black to take that pawn first on e4. Yeah, to free up that e4 square, you move back the knight. If white pushes, you have knight e4 check, t5. You can swing the queen to f7. Yeah, pressure. But it's different when he moves back the knight in f6 with e5. You cannot jump on the e4 square because of the f3 pawn. Yeah, I mean, chess is a very cruel game. Yeah, one mistake after like more than 30 moves. It was, I think, Black's critical mistake. And it's towards the end of the game. D takes e5, and Nihal, the executioner. Yeah, the final execution for Nihal, being alert also with queen c5. Black is doomed if you play passively. Let's say queen goes back to d8 to protect that peony check on a7. The invasion. It's bye-bye. King cannot go anywhere. Yeah, you will be checkmated if you go king f8. Checkmate. King g8, queen f7, knight g6 mate. King h8, knight f7, double check. Double attack on the queen and the king. So forcing Black to exchange the queen, but Nihal now has the pass pawn. Less that king, trying to attack this weak pawns in a5 and b4. Because Black's king is just so far away from Norway. Okay, knight d5, knight into c4. Nihal could have played king d3 here. King f6, king d4 if the king goes back to e7 and then just g3. This is also winning for white, not allowing knight f4 threatens knight c6. Yeah, even if you go back to d8, it will still be knight c6 to knight a5. But anyways, knight c4 is also winning. a4, king b, knight b6 force in the exchange. King f6 takes simplification. Yeah. The most basic position in chess is the king and pawn endgame. So a very basic endgame, king versus pawn. King to d3, king into e5, g3, nice move. After f4, g4. Now it's zugzwang. What can Black do? You move your king back, king steps on d4. If you push d4, king steps on c4. Bye-bye. So b3 just takes, and the king goes to c3 to take the b3 pawn just in time to sacrifice that pawn, the c pawn, and king c4. Single pawn. One pawn is enough. You don't need to be greedy here. Nihal's maturity in this game is showing. King c5, king c3, b4. All right, you push that king to the edge, to the end. All right, and then king. It's not stalemate yet because you have the push on h5. Takes, you go g4, for example, just h6. Whatever you do, you go g3. White promotes first. You cannot promote with a check because the promotion is already checkmate. So that ends the game and the championship. Nihal wins Tata Steel in Kolkata, India. Tomorrow will be 9 rounds of Blitz. I think Blitz has 18 rounds for 2 days. Yeah, 9 rounds each day. 1 white, 1 black for each player. So that was it. The young Nihal, the young phenom, Nihal Sarin, shows his way in Tata Steel, Kolkata. Thank you guys for supporting our channel, Charles Max Chess and Charles Max Entertainment on Facebook and YouTube. This is Coach Oliver once again. Stay safe, everyone, and bye-bye.